say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on last year's national champions, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Auburn will kick off to get us underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Yellow Jackets offense will have first crack at this one. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team. I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
They'll leave it with him. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Breaks into the open. He finds enough room to get it up to the 28-yard line before going out of bounds. The Yellow Jackets decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. So the Auburn Tigers offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. When you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority in the pecking order for the guy throwing the football. So it's not going to surprise me early here if the quarterback looks his way, regardless of what the coverage is, based on what he showed last time out.
Yeah, and they were on the same page. It was fun to watch. I mean, you could tell that he knew exactly where his guy was, putting up. touchdowns. Like, it was a thing of beauty. Now, defensively, I also know that. And I know he's looking that way. So look forward to seeing the chess match with the defense and maybe ways they can take him away.
Running backs on either side of the quarterback. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, oh, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Grab near the marker. It's Hawkins. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Might be changing the route. Off the RPO, complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. Motion from the wideout. Using the quick game. Touchdown, Auburn! All that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
Yeah, this offense, man, they look good. They looked great last week, obviously putting up huge numbers. Again this week, coming out the gates in the first quarter with the scoring drive. This offense is putting the college football world on notice.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play, the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
The play action fake. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
What a great play on defense there. It was virtually unblockable. He reminds me of Nick Fairley. Probably the most dominant Auburn Tiger defender that I can remember. He was simply unblockable. You could single team him, double team him up front. He was playing D-tackle, and offenses just didn't have an answer for him. This guy right here, there's times where he flashes a little bit of that Nick Fairley ability.
And the Yellow Jackets will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. No fair catches here, looking for room. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. So here comes the Auburn offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. With the catch, it's Simmons. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. It's Simmons. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. Look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
From the 33, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Gives it on the option. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll try to sneak it. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so...
It's a seam wide open, and they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. The Yellow Jackets are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Unleashes one deep. Broken up, incomplete, and nearly intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 2nd down.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Firing to the right, complete. He goes out of bounds right at the 15-yard line. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds. Down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Looking for a man. It's Knight. Quickly complete. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds. Auburn lines up quickly.
And you don't see that often when you're running a screen and you're featuring the running back and setting it up, but you go elsewhere. It's a nice job by the offense, nice job by the quarterback in particular, seeing the defense, saying, I can make a play somewhere else, and he goes and does it.
And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
grabbed over the middle. It's Thompson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. They get to him as he throws. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Handoff to the single running back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Tosses it incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Yellow Jackets will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll look to pin him deep. Wants to bring it back. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Looking to throw, it's Knight. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. So now it's 2nd and long. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick but don't hurt. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field. Build
into the secondary on the right. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. The Tigers are in the hurry up.
And that's the money down, man. 4th down, you just have to have it somehow, some way. You're calling a pass play. You're trying to get it through the air. Nothing open downfield. And he just takes over. He just tucks the ball and runs, goes and gets it. Great job, great decision-making by the quarterback on that play.
This Auburn offense doing work. They're set up with another 1st down. Now from inside the red zone. Get it out to the supersonic guy. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. No huddle, offense to the line. Quarterback making adjustments. To the air on 2nd down. Working that left side now. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half of the home team.
I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Complete to start this drive. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
And you don't always see tosses into the boundary. Most people wanted to go to the wide side of the field. Defense was ready. Not as much space when you go wide out there, but more importantly, defense doing a great job winning, setting the edge, running to the football, shutting the toss down.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Washington. He stopped at the 15. Not enough for the first down, and you'd think we'd see the punt team. And the Yellow Jackets line up to punt it away. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Off play action on first down. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
This time on target. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
They'll run play action. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. First down here for the offense. Wants to go up top. He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few. Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Sends it back in motion. He wants to throw it again. Grabbed behind the line. It's Washington. Knocked down for the tackle.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
The Yellow Jackets come to the ball, trying to pick up this third and short. Fires to the right. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Catch in the middle, it's Phillips. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here the gun, wants to pass. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. Guys, a missed field goal, and nothing changes. Still a 14-point game.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink. When you knock it off the crossbar, those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a miss and a missed opportunity.
Off the play fake on first down. Oh, they're after him. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
Back to pass, it's Knight. Grabbed in the middle, it's Thompson. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on second down.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
They'll immediately call timeout. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Keeps it himself and gets the first. Turning it on. Touchdown Tigers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half. Running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. A very conservative approach here, just taking the knee and heading to the locker room. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there on the plains.
And the Yellow Jackets will line up to kick off and start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He gets a block. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. So here comes the Auburn offense. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk, and on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that play.
Touchdown, Auburn! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Another good touchdown drive by this offense. And how about the start to the season? Blowout win in game 1. Blowout win looking like in game 2. This unit's clicking. They're looking like a team that will be reckoned with when the playoffs start late in the year.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the wideout. Working the middle. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. First down here for the offense. To the air on first down. Just led him a little too far across the sidelines. Makes the catch, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep. Good coverage.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. This time it's complete. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. The Yellow Jackets come to the line needing just inches for the 1st down. He'll keep it on the sneak.
The defense just can't seem to find a way to get off the field. That time, QB sneak for the 1st down. They need a turnover or something to try to generate some momentum.
And the Yellow Jackets have their offense in high gear.
Here we go.
On the run, it's Washington. Finding open areas. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Grab near the marker. It's Johnson. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the tailback. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. And the Yellow Jackets with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down.
Encroachment defense.
Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. That's the last thing this defense needed, a penalty to keep the drive moving. It's 1st and 10. Looking for a crease to the left. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Yellow Jackets now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. That's caught. It's Spencer. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. And the Yellow Jackets are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll throw on 3rd down. Got it behind the line. It's Spencer. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. Good, right down the boulevard.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Knight. Flips it out on the screen. He's past the 30. Still on his feet at the 45. He gets it past the 1st down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. Auburn to the line in a hurry. Here's the handoff. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. They're working that left side. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks at 1st down.
Well, there are a lot lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter, but when you've got the playmakers, these guys...
There he goes. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Auburn. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses in it.
Nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, you move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent. This one's over.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. It's complete to the right. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The offense has it now at the 48-yard line, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. Open space at the 25. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this 3rd period with a big play. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Looking downfield, it's King. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around.
How about this defense? This defense is getting after the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable. The 3rd sack of the day. Hard to have a good passing attack when your quarterback's trying to throw from his back.
Trying play action. Pocket breaking down. And his first pass is incomplete.
Well, trailing this much in the 4th quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing.
He'll take a shot. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get the... Make the stop at the 19. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. He's got his man.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it.
Going for the big play. Grabs it inside the 15. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
points and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Dropping back, it's King. Throws to the tight end. Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be second down. Off the play fake. Under fire. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
The one thing I love about this defense, and they're showing it here in this game, is there's a variety of ways they can get after your quarterback. They can get home with 4, they can get home with 3, or they can blitz guys from all over the field, but they've got athletes with bad intentions, and they've registered a ton of sacks in this one.
Incomplete as the screen goes right through his hands, and it'll be fourth down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On fourth down, trying to find his man. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion. So here comes the Auburn offense.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That fourth down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them, because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Using his feet. Across the 15. Got some room in into the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The rambling wreck offense rolls back onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Caught over the middle. It's Glenn. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Looking for a man. It's King. Fires to the wideout. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. The Yellow Jackets will send out the punt unit. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Starts the drive trying to go up top. Quarterback extends the play. Got out of trouble and throws. The short hands, it's Hawkins. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to fire on second down. Makes the catch. It's Kane. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Auburn lines up quickly. Wants to throw on first down. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is.
Intentional grounding.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on second down. Scanning the field, it's Ware. Under fire. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. It is 3rd and long. Let's see what kind of arm he's got. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Man, this defense just has so much speed. You saw it on that 3rd down play. The offense is trying to get a quick one, see if they can get a block and maybe spring a guy free, but the pursuit, wow, that was so good defensively.
On 4th down, going to the air. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Wants to go up top on first down. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
They'll go back to the air on second down. Lets it fly deep downfield. And that one sails through the back of the end zone.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
You know, I'll give it to the defense here. Obviously, it has not been their day, and this offense has gone up and down the field, lighting up the scoreboard, but you're still seeing this defense compete. And on 3rd and long, expecting pass, everybody on the same page.
He's got it in more than enough for a first down. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And here's the return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. wants to throw. It's King. Took a shot as he threw.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough up today.
Man, do I love being a defensive lineman in games like today when you know you got to go get the quarterback. Like, they're down on the other side. They have to throw the football. Only chance they have to get back in. I'm playing the pass every time, pinning my ears back and going to get the quarterback.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Here's a throw downfield late. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains. And the Yellow Jackets send out the punt unit. Just needs a crack to get a return. They'll bring him down. The clock is at 0, and that is how